Wait, folks. Today, we're diving into family gathering moments that make you want to flee. Poor kid caught by the president. Faced with Dad's hug question, he replies no hug, but the president's sharp gaze suggests he knows all. He left with words of encouragement, keep up the good work, and walked away gracefully. Watching his dad, he had an idea for a two-pronged approach, as he had met his biological parents before. Talk about awkward timing, the landlord showed up to demand rent. He meant to scold the bad guys, but saw his dad polishing shoes for $50. Why the heartbreaker? You really are a good guy. Still, that night, he chose to turn a blind eye. Now, on the realtor's couch, he didn't introduce himself, but kept sarcastic jabs, almost like mocking. Kid, you're pretty resilient. As the top bodyguard of a tycoon, dealing with these goons is a piece of cake. Without a scratch, he knocked them all down. The cocky goons now stood behind him sheepishly. Seeing him gather evidence, they quickly professed loyalty. A sudden change of heart. In no time, the real estate agent brought them to their father's home, where they knelt and begged to stay, offering to postpone rent indefinitely. Don't feel too awkward. The problems here were temporarily solved, but nighttime was creeping in, so he hurriedly drove back home. Unfortunately, he got distracted by a beggar on the road, who was headed to the very cherry blossom tree where he met the witch, which made him think about his biological dad's house again. Where have I been, Grandma? A poor girl accidentally got a golden spoon from a witch. It stole others' parents. At her rich classmates, she devoured all in 3 hours, like a bottomless pit. Even if judged by the housekeeper, she didn't care, as the witch said she must eat 3 meals at a rich house. To steal rich parents, she thought of her absent dad. She didn't want to go home, yet her chosen classmate had leukemia. He was surviving solely on expensive medicine, but as the girl was gobbling down rice, a miracle happened. How did you do that? Nora, you genius. Grandma, the food isn't that great. Could I get seconds, please? Nora, finish your meal before you leave. I'm heading home where there's nothing to eat. Shortly after, the girl passed away, but she flawlessly blended into high society, even making her moves on a wealthier tycoon's son. Though he dismissed her repeatedly, she didn't mind until Cheng Chen, the poor kid, pulled out an identical golden spoon. That's when he realized there wasn't just one golden spoon. I'm just another pawn aiming to stop the poor kid from replacing his Prince Charming. He began monitoring the poor kid, even witnessing Taeyong push him off the bridge and reporting Taeyong to police. But he didn't expect they had swapped that night. Seeing Taeyong in his seat, he felt a shiver of dread. To test his theory, he adopted a domineering attitude during gym class, and the other's response was so revealing, he realized the poor kid had indeed completed the swap, especially at Taeyong's 19th birthday, seeing the poor kid play the same tune as him. At that moment, he even hit the wrong notes exactly right. He finally realized that the poor kid was the real Taeyong. The next day, he anonymously messaged Chen Tian, claiming he knew his secret. He wasn't Taeyong. This made Chen Tian's hair stand on end. He hurriedly checked around, finding all classmates on their phones untraceable. Lu Zhen didn't realize Chen Tian was smarter. He connected the dots. From news of Nara's sudden demise to her having lived in Lu Zhen's house, he suspected she might also have a golden spoon. So, a couple of days later, he received a date invite from Chen Tian at Nara's grave. What are you doing here? How did you find me? Chen Tian went straight to asking about Nara. Upon hearing the date was at this spot, Lu Zhen was mentally prepared. So no matter what Chen Tian asked, he didn't show any signs, but when Chen Tian asked about Nara's heart-wrenching father, his emotion shifted instantly. This unusual fluctuation was instantly caught by Chen Tian, even when he covered it up with him just standing up for a friend. But it still failed to completely dispel Chen Tian's suspicion. Nara, it's really you, isn't it? The poor kid unexpectedly discovered that he was actually a rich guy's son. His tough experiences turned out to be his secret talent, making him an investment prodigy and swooning countless goddesses in no time. But the fake identity is a ticking time bomb. It will reveal itself one day. The first to suspect was his stepmother. Facing this guy suddenly calling her mom, she felt an eerie sense of confusion. Until the day of his 19th birthday party, when an unknown poor kid played Taeyong's piece at the party, totally missing the rhythm. That's when she realized this guy in front of her wasn't who she thought he was. But soon, the chance to confirm arrived. Chen Tian was out, and the poor kid visited for the first time post-switch. The stepmom instantly showed concern. She found his drink preferences matched Taeyong's, and he was allergic to coffee too. What a coincidence. Absolutely everything I say today belongs to you, huh? Still unwilling to accept, the stepmother promptly invited the poor boy to play Taeyong's specialty with a flaw. He played it flawlessly. The stepmother fell silent and told her husband at once. He was utterly indifferent upon hearing. He seemed to not care who his son was, just as long as he had skills. What a worldview. The second person to uncover the secret was Cheng Chan's classmate, Wu Jian, since he was also a golden spoon user. So, after confirming Cheng Chan had exchanged identities with Taeyong, he was always one step ahead in all things.